Hey YouTube, TopicWott here, and welcome back to yet another episode of the TopicWott Show. Today, we'll be watching Donkey Kong Country to find out exactly why Nintendo wants us to forget this show. So stay tuned and grab a banana, because this episode is gonna be crazy. Anybody home? Hey, buddy.
What are you doing? Where am I? Wait. Is that...
Donkey Kong Country began airing in 1996. It was one of the first television shows to be animated entirely with motion capture. Chances are you probably haven't heard of this show, and it's because the Nintendo Ninjas have been trying to cover it up for years. But they stand no chance against the research team here at TopicWott.
I hope I'm getting paid overtime for this.
The show wasn't very well received and it only lasted for 2 seasons. Today, I want to focus on 3 specific episodes. The first episode, an episode kind of halfway through the show, and then the finale. This will help us figure out exactly what went wrong with this show. But before we do that, I'd like to welcome back Reese and Jacob. After the Smarty Pants epidemic and the subsequent Zendo alien invasion, Reese and Jacob spent months in the hospital. And during that time, I was presidentially pardoned for my crimes against humanity. Also, I just want to congratulate you guys for completing Smarty Pants therapy. I'm sure that wasn't easy.
It's been hard. I don't know. It's still hard to talk about.
Maybe it's not the details that matter, right?
I mean, I can't even wear pants anymore, so.
What a load of crap!
Hey, Jesse.
You know what? Why I'm here in the first place is to sell you meth.
Anyway, without any further ado, go grab some bananas because we're about to watch Donkey Kong Country.
The first episode that we should be watching is known as Bad Hair Day.
The show starts off with its iconic intro. Here it comes, Banana Slammer. Oh my goodness. If I saw a show with a dumpy like that in the intro, I would watch every single episode.
Well, I guess I'll have to redo the intro.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The episode starts off with an amazing music solo by Cranky Kong.
Cranky, I got my finger on the key. Yeah, I'm cranky. For example, you come to see the most prized possession on the entire island. Who do you come to see? Me.
Cranky explains that he has something very valuable in his possession. The crystal coconut. Hey Jacob, you kind of dress like a historian. Do you know what the origin of the crystal coconut is?
Yeah. Okay, so basically, how it all started was Captain Scurvy's great-great-great-grandpappy. Okay, so he stole the coconut, brought it back to the island. Nah. Scurvy scum swindle that he is. Etc., etc. He stashes it in the eye of Inca Dinka, believe it or not. Coconut pops out, yada yada yada.
Bro, that's obviously not the story.
He stole the coconut, brought it to the island. Nah. Scabby scum swindler that he was, etc., etc. He stashed it in the eye of Inca Dinka.
Oh.
The crystal will explain it all. Our protector and future king got a lot of muscle mass, but not so much brain mass.
Joke's on you. I don't even know what brain mass is.
We're also introduced to the big daddy of evil, King K. Rool.
The big daddy of evil.
He's orchestrated a full-scale attack against Cranky in order to get the crystal coconut. The two Donkey Bros vine swing their way over to save Cranky Kong. Needless to say, DK and Diddy absolutely obliterate the army. After their embarrassing defeat, King K. Rool has cooked up a plan to finally defeat DK. He plans to cut DK's hair and then he'll lose his power. I mean, really. What an original idea! Back to the Donkey Boys.
Candy, Candy, Candy! She's just a girl, DK! She's the girl of my dreams!
Donkey Kong is completely obsessing over Candy Kong.
I mean, I'm obsessing over her too.
But I mean, why? Just look at her.
Huh? Well, she is gorgeous to me.
We jump over to Bluster Barrel Works to find out that DK is gonna have some big competition for Candy Kong's love. I mean, just look at this fella.
And irresistible is what I am, baby.
Bluster is quite the gentleman, and he bakes Candy an entire cake with amazing decorations.
Rejected. Watching my figure.
Don't bother. I'm watching it for ya.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The machine! No!
I was gonna get you a cake, but I see you already got one.
Donkey Kong? Every single time you show up, things just fall apart. Both of you are just a couple of pains in the butt.
Yikes!
Turns out Bluster isn't the only person this broad is rejecting, as Donkey Kong is given the cold shoulder too.
Oh my.
As if this day couldn't get any worse, King K. Rool has almost finalized his plan to remove Donkey Kong's fade.
Despite the head not being attached, she does look real.
Yep, she looks real.
Guys, put my head back. This isn't funny anymore.
What's your name?
My name is Candy. Happy to meet you.
Operation Attach Head completed, sir!
I'm Candy Kong's clone. We look like we're one and the same. My charm and good looks drive all the apes insane.
After whatever that song was, fake Candy Kong goes to cut Donkey Kong's hair.
Snip, clip, power slip. You're a wimp, and that's it.
What?
Snip, snip, gonna clip. Make you my sweet and sexy chimp. All done. That wasn't so bad, was it? Do you like it?
Smooth. Too smooth.
So not only does Donkey Kong lose his fresh look, he also loses his strength too. So when the next day comes around, he's easily defeated by King K. Rool.
Oh, you're tickling me.
Stop right there! I'm warning you! You sucking reptiles! This is bad. Really, really bad.
Ever since Candy cut my hair and told me she wanted to make me her little love slave.
Her what?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Funky Kong shows up out of nowhere, and I couldn't be more happy.
Hey, dudes, it's chaos all over the island.
Yeesh!
Hop in and I'll cruise you to the mellow yellow plantation.
Yeah! Bananas! They always do the trick.
The group is now off to eat their sorrows away.
Feast your eyes on those gazillions of mellow yellows.
Problem solved! All you gotta do now is chow. I don't believe it. He's eaten every single banana.
Alright, I'm gonna kind of skip past this next part, but all you need to know is that Cranky, Bluster, and the real Candy Kong are all now working together to create an antidote for Donkey Kong's curse. Bluster, being the true simp he is, dumps out the antidote they just made so that he doesn't have to worry about Donkey Kong hitting more PRs and stealing the spicy Latina from him.
I can't stand that guy.
And then because he dumped out the potion, one of the biggest banana trees you've ever seen sprouts out from the ground.
Hey, DK! Donkey Kong!
What?
One banana bowl, right?
Hey, huh?
Look at your head! Your hair is growing back!
So are my muscles!
With his strength regained, Donkey Kong rushes into King K. Rool's lair, grabs the crystal coconut, and yeets it all the way back to Cranky Kong.
Oh, my curse! My curse! It's been broken! Ah, the crystal coconut!
The episode ends with Donkey Kong chilling by the side of the ocean when Candy Kong shows up with a gift. But just as he's talking to Candy Kong shows up.
She's obviously the imposter that started all the trouble in the first place.
Donkey Kong makes the obvious choice, and just as he's about to kiss Candy...
What the? I'm blown away, Candy.
Come on, man. Show some follow-through.
So, that was the first episode of Donkey Kong Country. I hope it kind of helps you get a feel for what the rest of the show is going to be like, because trust me, it gets more chaotic and cringy after this.
The next episode that we shall be watching is known as Speak No Evil. Dude.
Yet again, we start off with Cranky Kong, and he's cooking up a vaccine for the Kongo Bongo Gone Wrongo virus, which is essentially the Black Death for the citizens of Kongo Bongo. This show's dealing with some heavy topics, man. Also, I'm not quite sure how to break this to you guys, so I'm just gonna rip off the band-aid. The vaccine is distributed via the booty. I mean, seriously, whose idea was this?
Why won't anyone come in to get these vaccines? Got an idea. All right, who's next?
They begin to break out into a song about how bad the disease is.
First, you get the chills from your head to your toes.
You're colder than a Yeti or banana ice cold.
You shiver and you quiver, you feel weak and real old.
The only cure is the nectar of Timbanana
Can't speak and it feels like you've swallowed a sock.
Soon you'll hear the sound of your brain cells go pop until there's
Silly Reese. You know I can't read.
But it's believed that a tropical toucan is the carrier.
Well, at least now I see the importance of getting vaccinated.
You'd have to be a big goofus doofus not to.
Oh, well, when you put it that way. Diddy does not want his vaccination at all. And Cranky and DK are not having it. In an eyebrow-raising moment, this happens.
Gee, Diddy, you're a tough little fella. I know your coconut pop cereal is rich in iron, but... Whoa!
Unfortunately, that coconut booty isn't gonna protect him from getting bit by a disease-carrying parrot. Also, I'm gonna kind of brush past this next part, but all you really need to know is that the parrot is helping King K. Rool with his next evil plan.
Double-crossing, pilfering parrot who'd sell his own mother to get a single cracker.
Are you making me an offer?
Yes.
A little bit further into the episode, Diddy starts getting the chills.
You better get going, otherwise you'll be late for your surfing lesson.
Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah?
Oh, okay. After wandering around in the forest for a bit, Diddy overhears a conversation between two of King K. Rool's soldiers.
What to hooties was that?
Just us bushes. Have a nice day.
Well, mighty neighborly of ya, fellow flora and fauna phenomena.
Diddy rushes to the beach to warn DK that King K. Rool has something evil planned.
In the jungle, I suck.
Like, bruh, just don't be sick. Oh, come on, man. Throwing up gang signs isn't gonna help the situation. Funky Kong, being the legend that he is, interprets Diddy's cry for help as a warning that they need to eat more bananas. A true economical emergency of Kongo Bongo. Again, not really gonna talk about King K. Rool's scene, but...
So how do you explain your immunity? I never get sick, sir. I consume no less than 100 garlic cloves a day.
I find that really relatable.
And of course, King K. Rool and his army all start getting sick, and King K. Rool can no longer speak. In a moment of desperate confusion, his army assumes that King K. Rool wants to have the whole island blown up.
I gave him his Tim Banana 2 vaccination this morning.
Oh, but he didn't take it.
What? How do you know, you two-bit scum-sucking double dipper?
Diddy Kong arrives to warn them.
La la la.
He still can't talk.
Etc. etc.
Cranky's now a force ghost.
La la la.
Whatever, you guys get the point.
The ghost of stage 5, his brain is gonna start popping like corn.
And so DK has a very important choice. Stop the island from blowing up or save Diddy from having his brain cells turn into popcorn.
I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna go to the Tim Banana 2 plantation and bring back a cure for Diddy. Then, I'm gonna come back here and stop Rool from blowing up the island.
DK finds the Tin Banana 2 but is stopped by the parrot. DK rushes over to King K. Rool's base and they are forced to make a trade for the cure. King K. Rool wins by a landslide by offering crackers.
The Tim Banana 2 goes to King K.
In yet another twist, Donkey Kong gives K. Rool the cure. And he runs back home to grab Diddy's used coconut booty cheeks.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Now you listen here! If you even think about saying that again! So the moral of this story is, if you have a cure for a disease, keep the cure. This will ensure that your enemies die a slow, excruciating, completely preventable death.
Are you serious, guys?
Hey, Reese, how are you?
The final episode that we shall be watching today is known as Message in a Bottle Show. Just kidding. The episode we'll be watching today is actually Just Kidding.
Just Kidding is the 39th episode of the show. I was thinking about talking about the actual finale, but seeing as it's basically just a highlights episode, it didn't really feel like there was much to talk about.
Then why did I use up my best material on this shit?
Just Kidding begins with DK and Diddy chilling by the side of the beach, and DK is absolutely mortified. Today is All Fool's Day, and Cranky Kong is known for being the champion. DK is betrayed by Diddy, cause you can't trust nobody these days.
The central aspect of this tradition is the confession of foolishness. Essentially, the individual must yield and declare that they are, in fact, a monkey's uncle.
I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Gotcha!
No practical jokes on me this year, right, Cranky?
A deal's a deal, partner.
Shockingly, Diddy is betrayed. I'm sorry, I'll see my way out.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Yes!
Later on, DK is hanging out with Candy and his post-All Fool's Day stress disorder is getting the best of him. Also, this isn't really addressed, but Klump is currently stalking them.
I find that really relatable.
Candy, of course, also hits DK with a fart prank, cause you can't trust nobody these days. But no surprise here, Candy is also betrayed.
I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Klump does not understand the concept of humor. I knew he was a woman! So he reports their strange behavior to the big daddy of evil. Surprisingly, King K. Rool decides that he wants to join in on the fun and pull a prank on the apes. Back with DK and the gang, we see them rushing to escape Cranky. Wow, that is definitely a frame. The little fart ball is already there, and he does this.
You're looking at me with untrusting eyes. Would I make you the fool purposely? What more do you want from me?
I don't know what to say.
Cranky! Gotcha!
It's time for some change. So they come up with an idea to prank Cranky. DK will dress as King K. Rool, and they'll convince Cranky that he has the crystal coconut. K. Rool's prank is now set up.
When we see an ape in the jungle, we use the mobile banana unit to lure him right to this X. Got it? Then, Crusher, when I say now, you pull the lever and drop the barrel. You got that?
In a quirky chain of events, DK and K. Rool are swapped.
Now, do you want Diddy to give you the crystal coconut or not?
Give me the crystal coconut?
So now DK's pals are convinced that K. Rool is DK and DK is K. Rool.
Gosh, I hate it when that happens.
Back at Cranky's place, Cranky is massively trolled by Diddy and Candy.
What in a wrangle fandango is he doing here?
This causes him to have a stroke and die.
You just gave Karoo. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Dread and terror sets in among them as they realize that DK wasn't the one they handed it to.
Oh, the crystal coconut is mine, and nothing can stop me now!
It doesn't matter whose stupid, idiotic, moronic idea this was. The real question is, how do we get the coconut back?
DK gets the bright idea to open a random tin can of itching fart powder, which gives the gang a brilliant idea. They're going to convince King K. Rool that the coconut is cursed.
Curse? What?
Resulting in what's, in my opinion, the greatest song of the show.
Oh!
It's much worse than I thought. It's the curse that you got.
No, it's not. That's absurd. Word. We're just tingling with excitement.
Yeah, maybe you're right. That's all it ever was. Besides, if you're cursed, you'd know. Because you're not really cursed unless you start itching.
Ooh, ah, scratch, itchy, 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 itchy. Ooh, ah, scratch, itchy, 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 itchy. All this scratching is big.
Ooh, ah, scratch, itchy, itchy. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ah? Ooh, ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah! That's smarty pants! Donkey Kong, I'm down on my knees. Are there any other symptoms to this curse? Tell me, please!
Well, it's, the gas.
The what?
Their plan works out perfectly, making K. Rool canonically a monkey's uncle.
I'll be a monkey's uncle. It wasn't me!
So, what did I think about this show? If it wasn't for how horrible it was, maybe I'd like it. I completely understand why this didn't last long and why Nintendo buried it. And so this concludes our journey on the long-forgotten Donkey Kong show. I hope you all enjoyed it, and next time we'll be talking about a VeggieTales knockoff. And yeah, I will catch you all next time! Alright everybody, here is our thoughts on the Mario movie. It's good. It's good. It's good.